Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, so I went to I didn't even realize that I was up for about 7 hours, and I just got really, really tired. And I go lay down because that's all I want to do right now is sleep, and I know that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's like all I did it was make that video before, and from the time that I woke up to the time that I fell asleep, freaking 7.5 maybe hours passed. That's it. Not to mention, like I thought it was less time. I thought it was maybe I was up for 2 hours. I looked at the clock. I was like, what? Where the fuck did 5 hours come from? So that's how long I was just concentrating. Wow, man. Wow, man. Anything else important? This, that, blah, blah, blah. Looking through this, and then all of a sudden, I woke up at around 3:30. By the time it was 10:30, I freaking laid back down. What time is it right now? 10:30. Wow. And I've only been sleeping for a fucking hour and wow. It's 1 o'clock. And okay, I was awake in bed for like a half an hour, so it's like 12:30. 10:30. Fell asleep probably about 11. Wow. So even if I fell asleep at like 11, it was like all I did was sleep for 2 hours, but that doesn't make no difference. That's not the important thing right now. So after I wake up, not even 2 hours. If I went to sleep at like 11, 12, and I've been laying in bed, freaking thinking of the stuff that I was just dreaming about, freaking. Which I don't. That's what I'm saying. The first thing is in my head, and I was like, "A women's abortion rights." Holy shit, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's the first thought that I woke up to this morning. Women's abortion rights, okay? And all of these thoughts were in my head already about freaking what had happened back then with certain things and this and that. And wow, man. And I remember something else. That's why I freaking am making this video. Now, I've mentioned the freaking log situation 1,000 times at this point, probably more. And that is horrible in itself with what, and then at the same time, it's like, I was thinking about the freaking whole, like, cops ready to arrest the sheriffs ready to arrest the cops, like, in the fucking courthouse, like, it was crazy there. And then, on top of that, then I was thinking about Demi Lovato in my head. And I'm like, Demi, Jesus fucking Christ, like, really? You fucking, it's like, I don't know what to say. It's like, I really don't know what to say because it's like, there should be like an overwhelming fucking like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even fucking want to get into any of that shit either. Because, you know something, it's like but with all that said, there was another situation that I remember. And this is all bleeding into fucking, because I'm a fucking honest motherfucker in person, and fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. Wow. Because then I'm thinking it bleeds into the Paul Flores thing, and then I'm also thinking, since those two people, since the two people that I talked to the day that I was like, and they were like, well, why don't you go down to the sheriff's department and make a statement, blah, blah, blah. We've been looking for this person for fucking so long. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There you go. Fucking, and I went down. So that's why I brought up the name Richardson, because it was them that suggested to go down to the sheriff's department. Puffy, are you listening? Just like it wasn't those kids that were trying to set you up, Puff. It was the two people that had white hair. Two different situations, seemingly fucking, and then I remembered this. First thing in my head was women's abortion rights when I woke up fucking this morning. And I was thinking about, not the log. I was thinking about Demi. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about Demi and the shit that went down with Demi. And seeing if I could remember anything else at the time period of that. And, you know, of course, there was these other things in my head that I just mentioned. So... But then I was thinking about that freaking... But then I was also thinking about freaking my friend Nicole, who had a friend. Nicole. Wow. I was thinking, oh man, I should warn Nicole. I should warn Nicole because it's really weird. The last time I seen Nicole, I showed Nicole a picture. Like she seemed like herself. But when I showed Nicole a picture of what seemingly looked like her father, Nicole was like, that's not my father. Oh, that's not my father. And maybe it wasn't her father, actually. Maybe it wasn't, but it looked like him. It looked close enough. He also looked like somebody that I knew. So that's why I was asking Nicole if this was or was not her father. But when she just was like, that doesn't look like him at all, I was like, wow. And then all this other, and then she was like, and I was like, wow, you know what? Fuck this. You know what? Fuck this. You know. But that's not the thing. It's the fact that fucking neighbors brought up where's she been. It's like when I'm thinking about all the other shit amongst all the other stuff that I'm thinking of, it was just like, why did they, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like she came to see me right before freaking my friend Jess came to see me. And then Jess' daughter dies, and then freaking I don't ever, and at the same time I don't see Nicole anymore. After fucking saying that, and it's like, you know, no offense, it's like, why the fuck are you gonna sit there and play me for stupid? Like, fucking, that's the whole point. It's like, you know what, fuck this. But then it's thinking about, but that's the point. It's all of that mixed up with the girl who taught me some interesting magic. Now, I didn't know exactly, even though I was able to use it, and although it was able to be used where I went from one place to another, I don't exactly understand how it worked, and it only worked in certain places. Even though I found out later on how it kind of worked. Okay? But it was a big thing. And I thought about that girl, and I'm saying to my fucking self, you know, that freaking girl, she's, you know, from what I heard, she let the fucking dog out. The dog was running around the whole entire fucking neighborhood. She was supposed to watch my freaking dog. And then the minute I got on the fucking train, it was like, just trap him there for 10 fucking days. Couldn't get nobody else on the phone to try to, because I had to get the fuck away from this place. And there was nobody to watch my dog. And none of the kennels were taking my dog from any direction. And then it makes me think about her fucking friend, like fucking waking up and seeing her friend. And I'm thinking, where the fuck have I known this girl? And I'm saying, that was the girl that fucking taught me back then. That was the girl that taught me some shit. So that girl was a witch. And, wow, man. And it just made me think to myself, like, really, like, you know, like, fucking, wow. The first time I seen that girl, I don't even know that girl's name. I think it was fucking, Wow, man. Wow, man. The first time I seen that girl was around the area where my cousin was supposedly killed by black people. And yeah, I'm fucking pissed about all of that because I just don't even want to fucking, I don't even, you know what? It's like if Demi doesn't think that fucking, like, at this point I fucking get most of this shit. And at the same time, it's like there's anger there from me to that, like, there's anger from me to that direction now, all these years later. I'm not mad exactly as fucking angry. Like I'm not fucking. I'm just pissed at the fucking wow, man, wow, man. Another situation takes place out on the reserve. I am unaware of this. Okay, I am pretty freaking sure this was like right, right at the start of like having a car, not having a car. Like it was right around that same time period where I might not have had a car for this. I might have had a car for this. Wow. I think I did have a car for this. Wow, man. Wow, man. This is fucked up. This is so fucked up. This really is so fucked up. Wow. Wow. So the reason I brought all that up first is because it makes me this situation made me really fucking wonder to myself. Now, from what I can remember, because I don't remember what the girl looked like, because of all the crazy shit that ensued after that. After it went from, okay, this is a normal situation, to completely fucking absolutely what the fuck is going on? Could somebody please explain something to me? And fucking there was something that was said to me that explains, and then this is why I'm thinking, holy shit, fucking this is why abortion rights can get so fucked up, because the law wants to parameterize they want to parameter abortion rights. Wow. Holy shit, man. Wow. So if the log situation wasn't bad enough, where they took my freaking male seed and they put it in all the girls on the fucking, in pretty much like all of the tribes around North America, and then they murdered my little freaking Indian, half Italian, Irish, German, Swedish babies, okay, and threw them off the fucking reserve because they were all trying to fucking open up portals to the underworld, okay? Let's just put that aside for a second. As far as abortion rights go, because those babies weren't aborted. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. So the point being is that I'm getting back to this whole story because then freaking, so basically then, wow, man. So then there was another story that took place. I completely forgot about this story. Now, if I remember correctly, which I do, I fucking pretty correctly, but I don't remember I don't know who this girl was. I meet this girl. Don't even remember where I meet this girl. She's not talking very much. Could have been from out here. Might have been from out here. But I didn't hang out here. So, I'm wondering at this point, because this is how fresh this all is in my head. Oh, man. So she's not talking very much. So then I freaking... where the fuck did I meet this girl? The mall? Maybe I met her at the fucking mall? I don't even fucking know, man. I don't even know, man. All I knew is that this girl seemingly was, like, very into me. And I can't even remember what this fucking girl looked like. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. And the people that are fucking using these videos against me, I fucking hope you all fucking, wow, bro. Like, yo, this is what I mean. It's like, I don't even want to be fucking, this is such a bullshit fucking scenario, man. This is such beyond bullshit. Fucking, wow. Wow. So, it goes like this. Okay, I meet this girl, she's not talking. I mean, she's not even saying a fucking word. But she's all up on me. I'm like, okay, what's up? So what, you can't talk? No. Like, maybe she's mute. I've met girls that have speech problems before. I fucking, I knew that was real. I knew that was fucking, that existed, So this girl's, like, not talking. But she's all up on me. And, like, what's up? This and that. You want to fucking... So, she's all with whatever I'm doing at that point. And I'm just like, you want to go back to my freaking place? And this is garbage. I hate this fucking... This is beyond garbage, man. You know what? That's what I'm saying. This is such bullshit. I hate some of these people, man. Because then I'm thinking it's like, this was supposed to be a real, because it's what was said after that, and then it was said to make me understand, but then at the same time, it was flipped around on the people who fucking pulled the shit from what I overheard, but at the same time, it's like, dude, wow, man. So yet again, a major lesson pretty much escaped my attention. Wow. So this is really important. So let me try to break this down, and I gotta sit down, and this is fucking crazy. So, there is so much here with this. There is the girl going back with me. Everything's good. Fucking, we start fooling around, and fucking, there was no, like, it's like, totally willing, totally freaking, wow, man. totally leading some of the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like wow, man. It's like wow. It's like, and then freaking as we're somewhat going at it, all of a sudden freaking I do hear at that point something say, "Oh, blah 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 blah. This is not dude. Wow. Wow, it's all just to make me fucking look and sound crazy. You know what? You know what? Fuck this shit. Because then all of a sudden it goes from normal situation within like right after I hear that telepathically. There was no words coming out of either one of our mouths. And the minute I hear that, it's like, oh yeah, watch this, and freaking, it's like telepathically, it's like, oh, you don't think that we did this, blah blah blah, because they were talking about how they took the spirit out of one person and put it into another person, and that they took the other person and put them in a fucking dog or something, or a fucking, I forget what the fuck they did. The point is that the person wasn't the fucking person. So the bottom line is that me and this girl, and I don't even remember what the fuck she looked like, man. I mean, she was good looking. That's the only thing I know, is that she was good looking, and freaking it was like, and she was all on me, man. She was all on me. She was leading me some of the way, like she was leading me. I remember that, man. I just don't know if this was. That's why I'm saying, it's like, was this the fucking mole, or was this fucking? Because I was never out here. Oh, I hate this. You know what? So I was already warned about telling the story. I'm going to tell it anyway, right? Because fucking, it's like you already made me look fucking so fucking super crazy, right? So the bottom line is that me and this girl are going at it, and we're both seemingly enjoying it. And then all of a sudden, I hear this fucking shit. And freaking, it's like, oh, well, this is not the person you think it is, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm telepathically, I'm communicating right back with that, because I'm in the middle of doing this. At the same time, I'm now having a telepathic communication with something. And I am like, is this girl saying this? And it's like, I'm still trying to understand what is really going on, because I don't actually know that I am actually having a telepathic communication with this person or this being, because at this fucking point it's telling me that it's not the same person. And I'm like, and now I'm having this conversation that I don't even realize is a telepathic communication conversation. Everything's going fine on the other side of things. Like, it's like we both seemingly are freaking, no fucking problems there. And then all of a sudden I hear, it's like, oh yeah, watch this. Count 3. 1, 2, and then 3. If you don't believe us, blah, 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 and all this other shit during that. And then all of a sudden they get to 3, and the freaking person, like starts going, and then starts hitting and slapping me, kicking me, right? So I'm like, whoa, 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 what the fuck? And I'm like, whoa, 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 calm down. What the fuck is this? And then it's like, you see, we told you, blah, blah, blah. The person, she starts to freaking get her clothes together, and she's like half there and half not there. And dude, wow. So then all of a sudden she starts to go out the house, and I'm starting to follow her out the house saying, do you need a ride home? Fucking dude, at that moment, dude, another spirit takes over this girl and is like, we it's like, Anthony, what the fuck? And I'm like, what do you mean what the fuck? It's like the freaking spirit starts to tell me that they have this girl trapped out on the reserve. Okay? They tell me that they have this girl trapped out on this reserve. So I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, and I'm not quoting this whole because at this point I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. And the new spirit that just took over this girl to calm the body down was talking to me now, and it was like they're telling me, it's like, Anthony, I'm fucking mad at you. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, mad at me for what? I'm like, this is what fucking, this is, everything was normal. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? I'm not who you think, Anthony. Listen to my voice. And I was hearing the voice of a friend, and I was like, wow, that's fucking, they're like, they've got this body is not this girl's body. Now I'm thinking, okay, ventriloquy, fucking all this other shit in my fucking head. Now this person is telling me that they got this girl spirit trapped out on the reserve, and that there was another spirit in the other girl's body. The girl that I'm having the conversation with's body, right? The girl didn't say a word the whole time. She was just leading me around, touching me in places. Holy shit, man. Wow. This sounds so fucked up. I hate people's bullshit. I really do hate people's bullshit. That's why it's like, and then freaking it was like, Anthony, they're like, blah, blah, blah. They're like, I'm freaking mad at you for not being able to understand this. And it was like, understand what? You know, like, I fucking, wow. I don't even know if it was, maybe the girl was in my fucking neighborhood. I don't even know where the fuck I met this girl, man. You know, that's the worst fucking part, is that I think that's the fucking, it's that, you know what, I like this girl, freaking, she was all up on me, and I just didn't fucking, and I'm just tired of all the fucking bullshit at this point. That's the end of the fucking story. That's the end of the fucking story. These fucking people, like, it's like the bottom line is that it was like, well, what did I do wrong? And it was like, you didn't do nothing wrong. This is coming from the person that is just standing the whole time. It was fucking. In other words, 3 different people at least there in one body. Okay? That's the point of the fucking story. And that's the freaking, and that's why it's like I'm just like, what the fuck? And it was, I mean, you know, it's like, wow. I mean, it really is like, wow. It's like I don't even remember what the freaking girl looked like. I know that the person sounded like what would eventually be a fucking ex-girlfriend, or was a fucking ex-girlfriend. Actually, probably was. At the time, she was a friend. The fucking point being is that the whole thing was set up. In other words, it was set up to put a fucking scare in me. Not a scare, a lesson in me of how fucked up this shit can get. And then at the same time, they found out that was all being orchestrated as a lesson. In other words, it was being orchestrated as a lesson. And this is why it never went anywhere. And this is why it never fucking, at least I was never fucking made. Wow, man. Other than that, that's why I don't give a fuck. You know what? This is all about the fucking Paul Flores bullshit. That's why I haven't been able to drive anywhere. That's why I haven't been able to go anywhere, because the type of shit that was pulled on me just about my entire fucking life is the most insane high level shit that you would ever be able to fucking, and even they sometimes have a fucking glitch in trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Wow, man. That's why I brought up the other fucking, because then I'm thinking to myself, right before I left to go down near fucking my friend's house, where we bump into Dylan Roof in a bar. The girl's house that I brought my dog to, the girl who was like, "Oh, I want to blow you on the toilet bowl." I was like, okay, as long as my dog is safe when I get back, that is all I ask, is make sure that my dog is safe when I get back. And that's fucking, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, wow, that's the girl that taught me. That's the girl that freaking taught me. And this is different stories, by the way. Okay, in other words, that other story is now over. Okay, the it made me think of this fucking story of when I was going down to go see my friend, and the fucking bullshit that fucking little bitch started. And because I was gonna put a fucking warning and say, hey, no offense, but it's like they're asking about you, to my friend Nikki. Because I don't think Nikki ever did me wrong purposely, overly, like, but who the fuck knows anymore? I don't fucking care anymore. You know what? This is so fucking, you know what, man? That's why I'm saying it's like, I'm just like, wow, so what, fucking wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. And that's why I'm saying it's like, something, it's like, it's really funny, because I'm just wondering if they took that shit. Wow, man. And they pulled the same fucking shit again on the fucking see, this is what I'm saying. It's like, I never understood any of this shit, because the stuff, that the way that it was being explained to me, that is not fucking